Hello, my name is Marcia Flanagan, and I am the President and CEO of the International Association of Exhibitions and Events. Welcome to our inaugural Industry Awareness Week. The purpose of this week is to introduce you to the dynamic world of exhibitions from the leading organizations that make up the trade show ecosystem. This week is brought to you by 6 groups who have come together under the umbrella of what we are calling the Exhibitions Industry Collective. What is an industry association, you ask? An industry or professional association is an organization of people who work within the same field and collaborate to make advancements in their field. Most professional associations are nonprofit organizations with a mission to create and maintain high standards for their industry. The way associations are structured is that someone who is interested in joining will pay dues and in return receive benefits. Through the work of this new group, we hope to tackle industry-wide initiatives such as workforce development, health and safety guidelines and protocols, advocacy efforts, and sustainability initiatives. The first organization is ECA, which stands for Exhibitions and Conferences Alliance. ECA is a coalition of leading professional industry and labor organizations that comprise the unified advocacy voice of the business events industry. The second group is EDPA, which stands for Experiential Design and Producers Association. Founded in 1954, the mission of EDPA is to advance the interests of members engaged in design, production, and service of exhibits, events, and experiential environments. The third organization is ESCA. ESCA stands for the Exhibition and Services Contractors Association. ESCA's members excel in trade shows and exhibitions, conferences and meetings, and corporate meetings and events, providing top-notch services and products for successful events. Next is IAEE. IAEE was organized in 1928, and the mission is to globally promote the unique value of exhibitions and events, and to serve as the principal resource for those who plan, produce, and service the industry. Our members span both the organizer and supplier side of the business. IAVM is next, which stands for the International Association of Venue Managers. Their members include managers and senior executives from auditoriums, arenas, convention centers, exhibit halls, stadiums, performing arts centers, university complexes, amphitheaters, and fairgrounds. IAVM's mission is to educate, advocate for, and inspire public assembly venue professionals worldwide. Last is SISO, S-I-S-O, which stands for the Society of Independent Show Organizers. SISO serves as the voice of the for-profit show organizers. SISO provides presidents, owners, and CEOs of for-profit organizers the ability to meet, exchange ideas, and share experiences. So I know this may all seem very confusing, and so why are there so many organizations? Well, consider it like an area of specialty. There are so many aspects to our industry and so many available career paths. These organizations serve different communities with different benefits. Should you choose to enter into our industry, I encourage you to find a professional home. The professional organizations provide continued lifelong learning opportunities, including professional certification programs. Most of these organizations also offer scholarship opportunities, so check out the website for each of these organizations for more information. So really, how large is the exhibitions industry? Well, exhibitors in the US spend over $24 billion annually, and that number only accounts for 40% of all trade shows happening around the globe. Trade shows are the second largest source of B2B revenue in the United States. Over 13,000 trade shows take place in the US each year, and over 1 million jobs are produced based upon our industry. The US Labor and Statistics website shows that jobs in our industry are set to grow at 8% between now and 2032. which is a faster growth of any other industry. I hope you enjoy the presentations this week, as the different organizations will dive into their own unique areas. Our industry is exciting, and there are many great opportunities, and hope you consider a professional career in the exhibitions industry. So thank you for joining. And as we move into the next segment of our presentation, I would like to tell you a little bit about my story. I actually am one of those non-traditional entrants into the events industry as well. I actually have an undergraduate degree in education, and my goal was to be a school teacher. I went and taught elementary school for a couple of years and said to myself, wow, I really want to travel. There's some more things I'd like to do. I love teaching. I love the profession, but wanted something more. So I entered into law school and thought that that would be the way to achieving the goals that I thought that I might want. Once I entered law school, again, I loved it, but still not feeling that passion of what do I want to do with my life. I met with an academic advisor who put me through a battery of tests and personality assessments. And my advisor came back with the notion of entering into a hospitality or service related field. And I thought to myself, wow, what does that really mean? She had said, you know, working for a hotel, working for an airline or something like that. And I thought, wow, it intrigued me, but wasn't quite sure if that was really for me. She helped design a graduate program that actually was an education degree, but it specialized in meeting, tourism, and recreation management. That degree was based upon very few event management programs that were available at the time in the United States. I got involved in the curriculum. I started reading more about how to produce a meeting or what meetings were all about, and really the business event side, not so much social events like weddings and reunions and things like that, which are super important to our ecosystem, but more about the business event side of the business. I went to work for a hotel while I was in graduate school, and I worked in the banquets department. And I'm telling you, I fell in love with just the entire process of how people actually bring people together. And for the purposes of business events, they're often to educate. I was like, wow, this is a perfect blend of my personality of education, a bit of design because my minor was in art, and also in this whole idea of organizing and leading and bringing people together. So I started out as an intern at an association, working in the meetings department and producing educational content for this organization. That was back in the early 90s. And fast forward, here I am today. You know, I couldn't be more proud or more pleased with my personal career path. It's so, I look back though, and I even still talk to students today, it is very confusing. The way I kind of look at events is, think about what you want to do as a core sense of who you are. Mine is education. It might be technology for you. It might be supply chain management. It might be business. It doesn't matter. Think about events as a specialty area. So if you're a doctor, you go to medical school. Well, you don't automatically decide what kind of doctor you want to be. And there's so many different routes. You can be a surgeon. You can be a general practitioner. You could be a dermatologist, as an example. So once you get the core of who you want to be and what you think excites you, then explore the events industry and then see if that's what you would like to do. Because I can tell you, if you do pick technology, it is one of the most expanding areas of our industry. Event technologies, or even working for a company that is actually the engine, the technology engine behind what they do. Everything now is in the cloud or online. Registration processes, reservation processes. Everything you do revolves around technology as an example. You can explore going into programs that are offered by a 2-year college. You can also even look at 4-year programs. There are actual event management programs in our industry that are available. And there's about 400 of those listed on our website in the Career Center section. So I challenge you to take a look and then see and dig into some of those areas. Some of these programs fall in business schools, some fall in hospitality areas. There are really just, it's like, I like to describe it as a bowl of spaghetti. There's so many like entry points and exit points and so many exciting things along the way that there's so many endless opportunities. You could go into the planning side of planning events. You could go on the sales side. So if you think that your personality is more apt to be in sales, you can sell convention center space. You can sell city activities. You could sell hotel space. There's so many ways to go. During this week, take a look and view all of the different ecosystem partners that we have who are going to really dig into those different career paths that could be available for you. And I promise you, if you're a high school student and you're interested, you're a current college student and you're interested, or if you're looking for a second career path, it can all happen. It's all possible. There is a career path for you, I promise. So I hope you enjoy this entire week. And if you do have any questions, please take a look at our career website page. We're going to put a website link up for you. And there's always, if you have any questions, please feel free to personally reach out to me. I was definitely one of those students that I was confused. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know events was a true career path at the time. It's something I'm super passionate about. I'm always willing to help someone who has questions, who doesn't know which way to go, who just needs advice. So please reach out to me directly or reach out to anyone on our team. We are happy to help you shape your path and to shape this industry in the future. So thanks again for joining. I hope you have a fantastic week and take care. Thank you.
It's something that you should be involved in, you should be doing.
It's like a big family.
You learn new things, you meet new people, you make lasting friendships.
It's been very important to me.
From promoting the power of face-to-face events to industry education and bringing buyers and sellers together, IAEE members make up more than 12,000 industry professionals in more than 50 countries who conduct and support exhibitions and events around the world.
A lot of my colleagues have told me that they've also used the offerings. So I think, from a society standpoint or from any organization, it's just a huge benefit compared to the price of membership.
Build your journey with the leading association for the global exhibition industry. Connect with those in your local IAEE chapter.
It's a great way to meet people in the industry that are local and talk to them, get some new ideas for like events that we have, and then just a good way to stay connected with the industry, and it helps further my career as well.
Take your career to the next level. Expand your knowledge through the CEM Learning Program. Attend leadership conferences. Network with industry leaders. Join a local chapter to stay up to date on the association.
The investment in IAEE and having our entire association, especially the young professionals, as active participants makes a lot of difference.
Dig into the latest industry trends, education, and resources now by going to IAEE.com.
Hello, my name is Marcia Flanagan, and I am with the International Association of Exhibitions and Events. IAEE is the leading association for the global exhibition industry. Today, IAEE represents over 12,000 individuals in over 50 countries who conduct and support exhibitions around the world. Our mission at IAEE is to globally promote the unique value of exhibitions and events and serve as the principal resource for those who plan, produce, and service the industry. If you are considering a career in event management, I hope to provide you with some insights to help you make a well-informed and strategic career decision. If you decide to specialize in exhibition management, I hope you consider checking out the benefits that IAEE could offer you personally and professionally. In an ever-changing and increasing complex world of work, building a career is about continually discovering how you can apply your skills, knowledge, and passions in the world to do something that matters. The events industry create experiences that pull and develop ideas, plan, solve problems, make decisions, create and develop understanding, encourage enthusiasm and initiative, provide a sense of direction, and create a common purpose. The events industry can be explained in 3 buckets. This graphic was created by 2 event management professors, Dr. Amanda Cecil and Janet Spurstead, who needed a visual to better explain to colleagues and students the various aspects of the industry. On the left-hand side, the focus is on business events. Business events either provide education and networking, or events are used to sell and inform participants. The overall purpose of both meetings and business events is to motivate and inspire. Types of business events include conferences, symposiums, board meetings, training meetings, retreats, conventions, customer events, product launches, incentive trips, trade shows, which are also known as exhibitions, and award type ceremonies. On the right-hand side of the graphic, special events are explained. Special events are social events that focus on enjoyment and celebration. Special events include weddings, parades, festivals and fairs, concerts, reunions, civic events, and more. It is important to note that all events create meaningful experiences in temporary communities, but meetings and business events drive ROI, and business results and social or special events focus on enjoyment. Whichever path you take is completely appropriate. But for this presentation, we will focus on meetings and business events. The events industry generates hundreds of billions in annual revenue for the US economy. For every dollar spent, that generates an additional $1.60 for the US economy. Events can create learning experiences to advance customer professional knowledge and careers. Events also deliver innovative event experiences that inspire attendees to create new solutions to today's complex problems and bring new ideas to market. Do you know that the event industry is actually larger than the air transportation, motion picture, sound recording, performing arts, and spectator sports industries? In fact, just the exhibition and trade show portion of events is as large or larger than these same industries mentioned. So then let's start with exhibitions. An exhibition, which is also known as a trade show, is a gathering of products and or services held for members of a common or related industry. It is where buyers and sellers come together for commerce. The picture on the right is from the Consumer Electronics Show, which is produced by the Consumer Technology Association. This is a business-to-business show where people from various companies like Walmart are looking to buy products for their stores to then sell to the public. This is one of the most famous exhibitions in North America. The picture on the left is a picture of a candy show where people go to see the latest kinds of candies available to be put into stores. There is really an exhibition or trade show for every industry, and they are also produced and held around the world. There are so many job paths that produce successful exhibitions, positions from the show organizer to marketing experts, caterers, venues, security, audio-visual professionals, technology experts, city representatives, exhibitors, service contractors, even truck drivers, and more are available should you choose the exhibition career path. Meetings and conferences can include general sessions where speakers present to large groups, as seen on the right. Meetings can be a small group of people, or it can be large. There is a coordination of the presenters, the audio-visual equipment, facility management, contracts, the attendee experience, and possible food and beverage and more. Meetings do not necessarily have to have a trade show or exhibition component, but most conferences do. Before planning a meeting, for example, planners meet with clients to estimate attendance and determine the meeting's purpose. During the event, they handle logistics such as registering guests, organizing audio-visual equipment. After the meeting, they make sure that all vendors are paid. They survey attendees for feedback and more. So many of the same types of positions are also available on the meeting side, just the output of what is being executed is different. We did mention special events and said we would focus on the business event side, but just a few examples of careers in special events would include wedding planners, working for a college or university in their student events department, working for cities or private companies that produce concerts or festivals, all of which require someone on the organizing side, as well as many vendors on the supplier side. According to the Hospitality, Tourism, and Events Competency Model Clearinghouse, which was created by the Employment and Training Administration with the National Travel and Tourism Office of the Department of Labor, there are workplace skills and competencies needed for success in the industry. These overarching skills include communication skills, attention to detail, coordination, problem solving, and interpersonal skills. There are also industry-wide skills needed for success, including project management, financial management, event and exhibition design, risk management, and event marketing. When it comes to specific on-the-job duties, some include meeting with event stakeholders to determine event purpose and goals, outlining the scope of the event to include dates, locations, and budget, scout and inspect venues, work with vendors to get bids, and then negotiate and manage those vendor contracts. In addition, there are a number of coordinating that takes place from food and beverage to transportation, registration, or housing. Organizers are constantly managing a budget along the way while they wear their sales hats to obtain registration, exhibitors, or attendees. You may be wondering about salary information. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, Occupational Employment and Wage Statistics, the average salary for meeting, convention, and event planners is just over $51,000. This figure was last updated in 2020, so given any accounts for cost of living increases, this figure should now be higher. IAEE produces its own salary survey every 3 to 4 years and has specific data as it relates to the exhibition industry. Exhibition professionals' average salaries are closer to the business operations specialist figure of almost $72,000. Education requirements vary for event professionals depending upon your area of expertise. A formal degree in event management is not necessary for entry into the profession, but could limit your chance for career growth. There are a number of two-year and technical colleges who offer programs in event management for those who cannot pursue a four-year degree. There are also a number of growing master degree programs and even PhD programs in event management. Many event professionals earn at least some sort of bachelor's degree. More and more employers are now requiring industry certifications in lieu of or in addition to a degree. There are so many certifications that event professionals can get to help boost their skills and credibility. This is a very small listing of certification opportunities for those who are currently in the industry. Most do require a few years of industry experience before sitting for the certification program. Some jobs require certifications for hire or for promotion. Most people with certifications do make more money than those who do not hold a certification, and each organization producing the certification program should have supporting data. Whether you're a student graduating from high school or college, or you just are interested in specifically the exhibition industry, IAEE wants to assist you with your career choice. IAEE offers a workforce-ready digital badge based on a self-study program and assessment. The assessment was designed by academia in the exhibitions and events industry and supported by the competencies found in the Employment and Training Administration, Hospitality, Tourism, and Events Competency Model through the U.S. Department of Labor. The online assessment is comprised of 100 questions and covers questions specific to the exhibition planning, floor plan design, safety and security, venue considerations, and more. Upon successful completion of the assessment, the learner will receive a workforce-ready certificate and digital badge, and participants will receive a certificate demonstrating you have the knowledge and skills to be considered workplace ready. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the outlook for event professionals over the next decade relative to other occupation and industries is above the average for all occupations, driven by a strong and continued demand for professionally arranged events and meetings. Employment is expected to grow by about 18% over the next 10 years, which is faster than the average growth projected for all occupations between 2020 and 2030. Growth for other similar occupations, such as business operations specialists, is projected to be 9% over the next 10 years. Applicants can increase their job prospects if they have hospitality experience and experience with social media outlets and virtual meeting software. Most meeting, convention, and event planners work full-time, and many work more than 40 hours during a week. They often work additional hours to finalize preparations as major events approach. During meetings or conventions, planners may also work on weekends. Many professionals are now working remotely, but travel as needed. Demographic information on meeting, convention, and event planners in the U.S. shows that the average age of male event planners in the workforce is 35.9 years of age, and the females, the average age is 37.4. 71.6% of meeting, convention, and event planners are white or non-Hispanic, making that the most common race or ethnicity in the occupation. Representing 9.49% of meeting, convention, and event planners, white Hispanic is the second most common race or ethnicity in this occupation. This chart shows the racial and ethnic breakdown of meeting, convention, and event planners. Many professional organizations listed in the presentation value diversity and inclusiveness. Most provide opportunities to all persons who wish to participate in the activities of the association without regard, including but not limited to age, color, disability, family responsibility, gender, gender identity, national origin, political affiliation, race, religion, or sexual orientation. Here are some specific professional organizations to be familiar with. This last slide provides you with a listing of the various resources that were cited in this presentation. We do hope that you found this presentation very helpful, and we hope you consider joining our industry. Thank you.
Grab your jackhammer. Connor Knighton takes us to Las Vegas for that other big event, the World of Concrete Convention.
3, 2, 1, let's lay some brick!
The Spec Mix Bricklayer 500, held each year in Las Vegas, is full of wall-to-wall action. In the main event, masons are given an hour to lay as many bricks as possible. It is a competition full of trials and tribulations, and you know what? It's probably better if I just let them hype it up.
It's the fastest, most intense show in Las Vegas, and the fans that pack the arena love the action. It's the Super Bowl of Masonry.
If that is indeed the case, then competitor Fred Campbell might be the Tom Brady of masonry. The elder statesman who's won this contest the most times.
The only person out here can beat me is me.
If the bricks aren't level, or the mortar thickness isn't exactly right, judges can deduct from the overall total. And there's big money on the line. Over $125,000 in cash and prizes, including a brand new truck, are doled out to the contestants, who typically do this type of work without hundreds of screaming fans cheering them on.
For you to come here and have it be so front and center, to be celebrated for it, what's that like?
It's awesome. It's very cool. It's hard to put into words for me. I mean, last year, I was happy I won it, but I was just taking it all in.
Michael Schlund, a foreman from Wisconsin, is the returning champion. It's definitely a lot to take in, especially since this bricklaying extravaganza is just one small part of a much larger world.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to World of Concrete. Thank you.
Last month, 60,000 people flocked to Las Vegas to attend the World of Concrete convention.
World of Concrete is the only event in the entire world dedicated solely to the concrete masonry industry. We've got guys coming in from 120 different countries. We've got over 700,000 square feet of exhibit space, 1,400 manufacturers.
Kevin Thornton is a senior vice president with Informa Markets, which puts on the convention, now in its 50th year.
It's a festival, right? This is the Comic-Con for the concrete guys. This is like their grown-up toy store.
There are demonstrations to watch, drills of all sorts to play with, a concrete throne to sit on. People make concrete art, take rides on power trowels, all while cutting rebar and cutting deals.
Let's talk about...
There are concrete courses. There's a high-tech component with 3D printing, simulated truck driving, and virtual tool training.
Oh, look at that. There we go. And drilled.
This year, there was even love in the air.
You may kiss your beautiful bride.
James and Patricia Estrada got married in front of the convention center.
Concrete's been my life. I've been married to concrete for most of my life. Now we got a threesome going on. Me and concrete and Patricia.
But it's hard to imagine there's anyone who's more in love with concrete than Tyler Lay.
I love concrete.
Lay is a professor at Oklahoma State University and runs a YouTube channel where he shares his concrete enthusiasm.
My name is Tyler Lay. I'm a concrete freak.
At the convention, Lay has a chance to meet his fans.
For someone who's obsessed with concrete, what's it like to be surrounded by so many other people who share that passion?
These are my people, baby. They're here because they want to get better. They want to find the latest tools, the latest tricks, the latest materials, the latest knowledge.
This year, there was a focus on how to reduce concrete's heavy carbon footprint.
It has a pretty big impact on CO2 emissions in the world because it's so widely used. Concrete is the second most used commodity on the planet. Isn't that insane? That's
What's
insane.
number one?
Number one is water. And that's only because water's in concrete, baby, right?
All right, 8 minutes. 8 minutes remaining in the contest.
Back over at Masonry Madness, Michael Schlund held on to his title as the #1 bricklayer, coming in just 22 bricks ahead of Fred Campbell.
2 trucks? Where are you going to find a place to park the second one?
Bigger garage.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows how to build one. Later today, just a couple of miles down the Las Vegas Strip, another high-stakes contest will take place. And while much has been made of Allegiant Stadium's retractable field, a true concrete freak would want me to point out the underappreciated material sitting underneath it all. The Super Bowl is played on concrete.